So when I think about prep sometimes, I find myself thinking about the prep non-negotiables, the things that are a part of us, then, now, always. Of course, it's our Jesuit tradition, Ignatian spirituality, the work of forming boys into men, our commitment to excellence in forming the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, a culture of generosity and gratitude all through the hallways. Those are non-negotiable. Subumba Petri, non-negotiable. Pride and Glory, non-negotiable. And of course, Grandin Warren, non-negotiable. The corner of Grandin Warren is so much more than just where we are. It's truly a part of who we are. It's the starting point for lifelong journeys, the meeting point for alumni coming home. It's the crossroads where young men converge each day from over 130 communities representing 12 counties in New Jersey, plus New York, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. And here they form one prep family. Prep magic. This corner is so essential to prep that the street sign itself is an icon. It was on the cover of the very first prep magazine in 1981. It's on mugs and t-shirts and coasters you can buy in the campus shop. The old street sign even sits proudly in the principal's office, which, of course, is located directly on the corner of Grand and Warren. And yet for all that, before life could be grand at Warren, before a simple street sign could come to symbolize 150 years of tradition, before the names of those streets could become a synonym for prep itself, St. Peter's Prep, born all the way down the block in what we now call Shalou Hall, first had to reach the corner of Grand and Warren. And that took a while. The building we know as Mulry Hall wasn't even built until 1913, and it was originally a clubhouse for the members of St. Peter's Parish. It didn't officially become a part of prep until 1922, so this year not only marks 150 years of prep, but also 100 years of prep at the corner of Grand and Warren. Looking back now, it's obvious that this was and is the center of gravity for our campus. But believe it or not, there have been times when prep has been tempted to leave Grand and Warren. We once shared this campus with St. Peter's College, but when the college reopened following World War I, it moved across town. But we stayed. Then in the 1960s, there were serious discussions at the province level regarding prep moving out to what is now Union Catholic and Scotch Plains, where we, admittedly, could have occupied a larger campus. But we stayed right here, remaining true to our urban roots. Another time in the 70s, with prep experiencing declining enrollment, folks said the area was just too rough and was hindering our ability to grow. But we stayed. Even now, as this area has grown up around us and become the Gold Coast, we get offers to buy parts of our campus. But we hold tight, we stay. We stay because this is our home, because this rock in Paulus Hook, the most solid ground in this once marshy area of downtown Jersey City, is the rock upon which we literally have built our identity, our mission, our tradition, upon this rock. So picture yourself standing on the corner of Grand and Warren. Think of the view, or rather 3 different views. Each of them, I think, says something about prep, and maybe it says something directly to the members of our community. When you look to the south on Warren Street, you can see a spectacular view of the Statue of Liberty, or by its original title, Liberty Enlightening the World. At night, her burning torch is literally a small but powerful light in the darkness. Rather than just a symbol, perhaps Lady Liberty is asking us, the members of the prep community, are you enlightening the world? How much do you want your light to shine, and to whom? Does your light guide others, and to where? Does your light take on the darkness, and why? More importantly, how? If you look east down Grand Street, you'll see the New York City skyline, one of the greatest cities in the world, at the fingertips of our young men, reminding them that at prep, we are preparing them to enter the world with all of its beauty and challenges and diversity. And they will be ready, prepped for life. And finally, turning away from the streets, we face St. Peter's Prep and look at the cornerstone of Mulry Hall, the cross, surrounded by the letters AMDG, Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam, for the greater glory of God. It's the ultimate challenge to our current students, to our alumni, to our faculty and staff. The challenge to utilize our talents all for the greater glory of God. The things we choose to do, the things we choose not to do. How we study, how we teach, how we practice, how we win, how we lose, how we forgive, how we ask for forgiveness, how we listen, how we say thank you, how we love, and how we receive love. Every bit of it for the greater glory of God. It really is hard to think about St. Peter's Prep without the iconic corner of Grandin Warren. It welcomes us home, it challenges us to look forward, forever forward, and it marks the sacred ground where we add our chapters to this 150-year story upon this rock.